Hello everyone. This is gonna be probably an unusual video. I'm just gonna talk for the most part and drive around, fitting this song right here that you hear. My favorite in GTA 5. I love driving around to it, and I was actually listening to it on repeat while I was at work today. Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas. This is, as of this recording, it is Christmas. And, this is my meager collection of cars. By the time you see this, though, it'll be New Year's, is when I'm going to release this video. It's a meager collection of cars. I played a lot, but I played mostly with my brother casually on GTA Online on PC. I played a lot more on 360 and PS3. Total, I probably have close to like 300, 400 hours. Probably not a lot compared to a lot of the community, but this is my favorite casual game, I guess you could say, weirdly enough. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this out. Let's see here. There we go. We're gonna do first person. I'm gonna pop my beer and light my cigar. This is 3 beers in already. And some apple pie moonshine I made. Lit my pipe. Alright. Let's go. So, I was praying to God it would be snowing here. Alright. So, let's get started. I have a list next to me of things I want to talk about. I was, in a particular mood about 2 days ago, while I was, editing videos for the channel. I'm the primary editor, by the way. My name is James. How are you doing? My brother John is, he does his own videos a lot of the time, separate from the collab videos we make and whatnot. Yeah, let's go up here. And this person does not know how to drive in the snow. He's going slow, man. But, I have a list of things I wanted to talk about. I'm not good at just... Ow! Talking. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have slowed. Yeah, we'll just follow this guy, I guess, for now. Okay. No, we're going... Let's go. I think this is the way back into the city. It's been a while. How time flies, man. I would love to be on this game so much more. I would love to be on a lot of games so much more, you know? And, been playing some Helldivers 2 in the past. Haven't played that in a couple of months. Over the, late summer, I got into Project Zomboid. That was a long time coming, because I've been a long time 7 Days to Die player. And, go this way. Long-time 7 Days to Die player. I love that game. I love Project Zomboid so far. I call myself a casual when it comes to gaming, even though I'm a hardcore. I've been playing games a long, long time. I have memories and pictures, even, going back to about 2.5 years, when I was 2.5 years old, roughly, playing video games. I can thank my mother for getting me into video games. My first... Oh, shit. Man, these guys really don't know how to handle the snow. Come on, guys. I feel like I'm driving in real life all over again. About ready to freaking think of passing you. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Alright. I'm getting ahead of you guys. Screw that. But, I was born in the early 90s. My first father had money. So, we had a family computer in the early 90s, back when that was far from common. Big old box. What the hell? Well, I guess that person needs to go somewhere. I don't know where I'm driving, by the way. I'm just kind of rambling on. I figured this would be a cozy thing. Like I said, I wanted to do this a couple days ago, but I wound up getting too tired and too drunk and didn't have the energy to do it, so I tried to put myself in a similar mood to try to talk again. Kind of lay my heart bare a little bit. Something we don't normally do on the channel. I'm gonna keep going straight. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, hey, that's my motorcycle club. I think. But, where was I? Shit. Okay. Let me get past this guy. But, so, I started video games early. My mom introduced me. My mom also wanted a Super Nintendo way back in the day. So, she got me into games like Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, which I've been a fan ever since. And some other games I played on the PC way back in the day was Might and Magic 2, I think it was. Though I only have vague memories of that. Only maybe some of you, this will be an age check. Do any of you guys remember Chex Quest? Came in a box of cereal of Chex. It was a Doom reskin. It was fantastic. You were a piece of cereal, but, you know, it was shockingly good for the time. I think it was like Cafe Studios or something like that who made it. Yeah, Chex Quest. They wound up making a second one due to popular demand for download from the internet, an early downloadable game. And years and years and years later, back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, they wound up coming together again to, hold on, excuse me, make a Chex Quest 3. I've played all 3 of them. I have them all downloaded on a little laptop of mine. A motorcyclist out in this weather? Man, that guy's brave. That's a true biker right there. So I've been playing games for a long time. But I wanted to play all of the games was my problem. So I never really got good at any one game. But I have the ability to... No, go away.
Hey,
I have the ability to pick up almost any game and get pretty adequate at it fast. That's why I call myself a casual gamer. Not that I'm not a hardcore gamer, but in the past, I just wanted to play too many games. I was the kid who, in an MMO or like any RPG like Morrowind or Skyrim, I would just make so many damn characters. I was constantly making characters. I had like the starting zones of any game patted down to a T. So I never, like in, I've been playing World of Warcraft since Burning Crusade. Well, technically since True Vanilla, but I didn't get my own account as a kid till Burning Crusade. But I never had a max level character. I play on a private server called Turtle WoW right now, and I still don't have a max level character. I've never had a max level character ever. As a kid, I just made too many characters. As an adult, I made less characters, but still too many, and gotta balance work and life, and work, more work. I currently help out my family right now, where I'm at. So, I've had less time for games as an adult coming out of high school, which a lot of you can probably sympathize with. But, I just want to play games, man. I literally just want to play games. That's all. It's mostly all I want to do, but life gets in the way of that, and I was raised to be responsible, so that's what I do. So I cherish the moments when I get to play anything, really. But, shit. My pipe went out. Let me pull over a second. Big. There we go. Let me take this a swig real quick. God, I hope these mirrors work. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so I'm a casual gamer. We run a channel. I guess that brings up one of my bullet points I wanted to go on to. Let's go this way. Let's not follow all the other cars. Me and my brother John, he's the other editor. He does some editing of collab videos, but he mostly does his side self, or his own side thing. He does a lot of like indie horror games and stuff like that. He's going through Christmas games right now and whatnot. Love him to pieces. He's a great guy. Best of us for sure. And he's crushing life right now. He's had some setbacks because life, likes to kick you in the balls. But he's crushing it. He really is. And he still spends time collabing with the channel as one of the main contributors to the channel, and as well as edits videos on his own to add to it. The idea for the channel, me and my brother started back, no claims bonus, what the heck? Started back, hold on a second. Gotta keep my pipe lit. Really hard to drive and smoke this pipe at the same time, because, well, in real life, it's a task that's easier in real life than it is in game. There we go. But, me and my brother, we, wanted to start this way back in, like, I want to say 2013, 2012, 2013, around that time, when we were really jonesing to do it. We grew up with Rooster Teeth, a family friend of ours, one of my dad's friends, named Dave. He introduced us, me and my brother, to Red vs. Blue. He was the gamer. He was the hardcore gamer. He was the tech guy, the tech bro. He modded his Xbox as early as it was possible. Wound up learning how to download games and give us all our totally legit burnt copies of games for our Xbox after it was modded. He loved Halo, introduced me to Halo. Halo was great. So many memories with it. Introduced us to Red vs. Blue. He'd burn episodes onto his Xbox of Red vs. Blue, and then bring the Xbox over to our house, and he was like an adopted uncle to me and my brother John. We would watch them like PSAs and episodes together. God, I miss those times. But, so I grew up with Rooster Teeth, but before I knew it was Rooster Teeth. I watched Red vs. Blue like that. I found episodes on YouTube. Was this dumb kid, didn't realize there was like a website. Come 2012, my good friend of mine named Eric reintroduces me to Red vs. Blue, because he picked it up when the legendary Monty Ohm joined. And my friend Eric, he loves choreography. He loves choreography, so he picked it up late, but I didn't know it was still going on, so he reintroduced me to Rooster Teeth. Red vs. Blue at the time, and then I found out Rooster Teeth was its own thing. Found Achievement Hunter in like 2012, 2013. Beat myself up of not finding it sooner, but my autistic ass didn't understand the internet still. I kind of always stayed within my own little bubbles, playing Flash games and shit like that. But me and my brother quickly just fell in love with Rooster Teeth and what they did, and we're like, man, we want to be just like that one day. Well, at the time we weren't thinking of that. We wanted to be with Rooster Teeth. Me and my brother in 2012, 2013 were like, wouldn't it be great one day if we could join Rooster Teeth and like work for Achievement Hunter or something like that, animation department. We both loved making video games and the idea of making animations and stuff like that. We liked cinema, and it was we're like, man, we would love to join Rooster Teeth. So we're like, hey, why don't we make a YouTube channel that would
whatever. You fucker.
Are you serious? Oh my lord. Now you've scratched up my frickin' car. Oh my. Frickin' ruined the mood. Hold on. Let me get this stupid frickin' car out of the way. Shitty ass music. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing so much. You first. You know what? I'm gonna just turn left. Stop pushing me! Sorry, I'm gonna bleep that out if I can. Oh my lord. Getting secondhand road rage in a game. Where was I? Hold on. That was a long-ass red light. But, me and my brother wanted to be part of Rooster Teeth. We figured that would be the dream. Why do I keep getting... Why do I keep hearing it ringing? Is that in-game or whatever? Sorry, ADHD brain. We wanted to join Rooster Teeth. And so we decided, hey, why not make a YouTube channel? Because then we can prove that we're entertaining. We can be entertaining. We can be okay at games, but we can be entertaining, and we can submit footage and whatnot to Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, and maybe that'll be our leg in. But we'd be happy to just be janitors at Rooster Teeth. That would be fun. That would get our leg in. You know? That's where we wanted to be. Move to Texas, join Rooster Teeth, and we would just enjoy the rest of our lives, because that would be great. And I'm sure so many fans had that idea. And, well, I'm the computer person in the family, but I went to school in high school in a place called Votech. That was taught about computers, but I didn't understand much of the hardware. Whoa, you were close. Much of the hardware. I was more of a software person, to a point. So we didn't have good computers. My computer at the time, in around 2012, 2013, I was still running... I just had a crappy laptop from school, a little netbook, HP netbook. I'm going down the wrong way. A netbook. And that wasn't enough to do anything. That really wasn't. So, we didn't have a lot of money with my second family, bless his heart, he took us in. But we didn't have a lot of money, so I would go around the, on garbage days, and I would look for anybody throwing out computers. And I scrapped together enough parts to make a Pentium 3 computer that I found I upgraded to a Pentium 4. I think that's how it went. But I ended up with a Pentium 4 processor. It was like 2.8 gigahertz, something like that. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, but that's how I got introduced to Minecraft. I played Minecraft on that little crappy computer. And eventually I got my first job and wound up buying a used a used Core 2 Duo computer. Probably still wasn't enough for capture, so pretty much there was delay after delay. Me and my brother were trying to figure out, hey, how do we record games? How do we, do all this? And then when we got to the point where we got computers, like, I have a little office. Oh, shit. Sorry. I have a little office right now, which is an offshoot of my room. I've got workstation computers, but even the first workstations we had, which weren't great. I am going the wrong direction. They weren't great, but they were serviceable. They would do the job, but we were so convinced that because we were so late to the YouTube game that just any old quality wouldn't do. We had to have good mics, we had to have good this, good that, and we would have excuse after excuse to not start. 2016 rolls around, 2017 rolls around, 2018 rolls around, and we're almost afraid to start YouTube, to start this journey. And hey, really? Come on. And finally, 2022, I think it is, rolls around. My brother is no longer living at the house with us, so that was, at the time, I felt like that was a shame because it would be really much easier to just record everything in-house. And he moved away. By the way, my brother, John, is my best friend as well. Like, I couldn't live without him even though he lives far away. He's still, like, the best part of me right now. I decided that because he's gone, he's far, like, we can't start it together. But, damn it, we need to start. We need to start, like, because if not now, then when? I can't, we can't wait any longer. It's been so many years we've talked and not done anything. And, what? Oh, guy on his phone. And, and so, I start the channel. I tell him I'm starting the channel and that he can pop in whatever he wants, rather solo, make a video, I'll edit it, whatever, and whatnot. But me and my brother Mike, bless his heart, he deals with me, and bless his heart for dealing with me. His older brother is such a mess. And we did 7 Days to Die. But because I didn't have... I wasn't competent in my video editing abilities to sync and switch between perspectives. Despite having two computers, we both played on one computer. So we started a series called Two Dolts, One Microphone. and it was in 7 days, and we were doing permadeath, so when we died, we died. Shiza, dude. And so we would switch between who controlled the mouse and who controlled the keyboard, and we would share a microphone. And we did 7 Days to Die as our first videos. We did Sonic Adventure Director's Cut on Steam, which was absolute ass. The Dreamcast version is so superior. I know, I still have a Dreamcast. I still play it every now and then. It is just... The Steam version is a port of a port of a port of a port, and it lost so much. But that being said, it was some of the most fun I've had in a long, long time. Once again, we did controller, so, like, we would switch up between using one hand, controlling one half of the controller, and we would switch back and forth. And that made gameplay interesting, you know? Oh, crap. That blade, I blew a red light. That made gameplay interesting. It was a lot of fun. And it kind of started going up from there. We made progress. We really have. We've had dips in this. You know? But anyway, sorry. Back to my point. I'm going through bullet points fluidly instead of making a point. So we started this channel originally way back in the day. We wanted to start it to pitch our ability to be worthy of joining Achievement Hunter or Rooster Teeth, me and my brother John. And then I was at work one day. This was probably like, I can't remember what year it was, but maybe some of you remember when the vlog came out. It was a Rooster Teeth vlog from Bernie Burns. And I was at work, feeling depressed, wondering if this is all I would ever be as a full-service gas station attendant. And my brother was off in Utah at the time, with a bad relationship that wound up going shitty. And I wound up watching a video from Bernie Burns about, I can't remember what it was titled, but it was about, you think you want to join Rooster Teeth, but no. What you really want to do is make your own Rooster Teeth. You want to make your own studio. You want to be your own thing. You think you want to work for us, but that's not what you really want. And it was shockingly revealing and very eye-opening. And I went to text that video to my brother, and right as I was about to send it, he sent that same video to me. We had literally finished watching the same video at about the same exact time, and were equally just so ready to send it to each other because we both knew, somehow, being states apart, I live in PA, he lived in Utah at the time, somehow we saw the same video at the same time, no coordination, and we both immediately knew we don't want to join Rooster Teeth, although that would be cool. What we really want is, we want our own studio. We want to do our own thing. We want to be a part of people's lives, people's childhoods. We want to make people laugh. We want to do our own thing. And that's when we were like, okay, we got to start our channel, but for ourselves this time. Delays happen still. So Q 2022, when I finally made the decision to now or never it. Despite him being far away, it was me and my other brother, Micah. He stepped up because he was available, and he decided to, oh my goodness, sorry. He bared with me through all my stupid ideas. And it's a lot of fun. I love doing it. And so the channel started. And that gets me to another point, is since then, I've been able to play games with my brothers in these big collabs where we're all recording on our computers, and they all have to send their footage to me via USB or on the cloud. I've got to download it, and I've got to chop it up and edit it, and I've got to find a way to sync it. Sometimes syncing is better than others, because it's a lot harder than it sounds, especially in games with proximity chat, where everybody's horribly desynced from each other from the get-go, and audio is desynced from video. But in my many years now of being in the adult world, it is still some of the most fun I have, and I cherish every moment. Not only am I able to play video games, but I'm able to play with my brothers, and that's kind of what the channel has become. I wanted the channel originally to be a stepping stone to get an audience, because as much as I love playing video games and I love doing Let's Plays and I just want to play video games, what I really want to do is I have ideas. I want to make animations. I want to make video games. And I figured it would be a great stepping stone to get an audience, so that it's like, hey, here's some animations we did. Hey, here's a series we've done. Hey, you know, we're making a video game and stuff like that. And whatnot. And, well, we haven't gotten to those two parts yet. The other parts, because we've been struggling enough to just get an audience with Let's Plays. But honestly, these have been some of the best adult years of my life, is running this channel as small as it has been, as slow as the growth has been. We have almost 900 subscribers right now, but yet our views and our comments are so few most of the time. So I don't know what to make of that. But anytime anybody comments, I get so much joy. Because at the end of the day, I think what I just want is community. I want to be a part of something. I want a community that I can talk to. You know, being out in the sticks for the most part in such a small town, it can get lonely. And I'm not much of a people's person. But you know, this has been... I don't regret what has been happening so far. I don't regret doing this channel as slow as it's been to grow, to get consistent viewership. And shout out to my family, who, especially my mom, who has, like, watched almost every video. Oops. That was a mistake on their part. Let me back up a little. Oh, son of a... Are you...
Shit! I tried! You fucker!
What? You want to go?
No way!
That's what I thought. Anyway. Anyway. Maybe they'll think twice before cussing at me. So I cherish all that's been going on. I know I've been talking without saying a whole lot. I've got so many bullet points I'm trying to stare down at, and I'm only through like a couple of them. But I suppose that's kind of what I wanted to do with this video. I wanted to just be able to gab and chat and... Here, I'm gonna reload my pipe. I'm gonna pull over here real quick. I'm gonna reload my pipe, take a couple more. Sips. There we go. Repack my pipe. But, hold on. One more moment. There we go. So... That's good. That's good. So normally what I smoke is, it's a combination. I make it myself. I make the blend myself. I buy whole leaf online. Hey there, lady.
Hey, I'm stuck in traffic again.
You're not stuck in traffic. You're walking, broad.
I don't know why downtown got so...
It's a bug!
It's a pain in the ass to get...
I've never seen a dog just walking in this game. That's so cool. It's a frickin' Christmas miracle. This game... Man, I love this game so much. And I've done so little. I've done very few heists. I've mostly just had fun, driven around, shot people, you know...
Sit here all day.
You know, fun stuff. But, where was I just going? Ow. Frick. Ow.
You moron!
Am I holding anybody up? No? No, I'm not. But, great. I derailed. My train derailed so badly. But, bless my mom's heart, she watches almost every video we put out. Bless my little sister's heart and my little brothers for bearing with me and trying to get everybody stoked to play games. Bless my brother Matthew's heart. He's more picky on games because he plays so much more than me, so he gets bored with... By the time I discover a game I really want to play, he's played so much of it, he doesn't want anything to do with it, but he still drags his ass onto recording days and does his best to have fun with the game with us, and honestly is probably the most talented among us as far as being entertaining by himself. Matthew or Matt, I cut to him a lot when we're playing games, because even when he's off by himself, he is genuinely entertaining as far as the rest of us is concerned. He's got real talent like that. I keep trying to convince him to stream or do something, but you know, I think he's just as self-conscious as I am on one hand. But he plays with friends, and so that keeps him from being lonely. But so we're running this channel, and I would love it to explode. I really would. I would love us to gain an audience, even if it's small. Just regular viewers that can regularly comment, so I can interact. Because that's really what I want, guys. I'm so lonely. Just, like, throw a comment so I can reply and I can feel like I've interacted with somebody. But, speaking of the future of the channel, we're trying. Work has me so tired. Life has me so tired. Things keep going wrong in life. Vehicles keep breaking down, stuff like that. And, Mount Vinewood. Let's go to Mount Vinewood. Why not? I don't even know where I'm at. I don't recognize half of these roads at this point. I'm so used to GPS right now, and I'm kind of just purposely driving just wherever. But I used to be... There was a time where I was able to edit and crank out 3 videos a week for a short time, and I can barely do one right now, and I want to do more. I miss the feeling I felt when I was doing multiple videos a week, and I was at that grindstone. I felt fulfilled by editing videos, even though that's far from what I want to do. I don't want to be a video editor. I want to be an animator and a game designer. It's what I really want to do, which leads me into another point. Let's see, bullet point. Let's see here. Hold on, let me pull over so I don't cause a jam. All right. Animations upcoming. So, there we go. There's my bullet point. Dagnabbit, gotta relight my pipe again. This is the problem with pipes over cigars, is they just don't stay lit. That's good. But, so... Hold on, let me take another drink and see if I can't talk with the pipe in my mouth. So, at work, I work at a gas station, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's full service, but you're there by yourself for most of your shift. And I sometimes have really long shifts. I'm talking like 11 hours sometimes in one shift. And, oh, that's a good view. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna park right here. I'm gonna get out. I don't know why I got a candy cane in my hand. Man, look at that. Look at that. Just this game. Even before the enhanced version, the game was gorgeous. 360 was gorgeous. PC version, color saturation was lacking. Like, the colors were a little dulled, but the game was still good looking. And this enhanced version is even more good looking. Like, my goodness. Crap, where was my line of thinking? Oh, animations. Okay, so I'm at work, and Believe it or not, despite being full-service gas station by yourself, it being in the middle of nowhere, there are many days of the week where I'm sitting around not doing a whole lot for hours on my shift. Got all cleaning done, I'm good. I have many hours of downtime sometimes, and I've been there long enough and have proven myself to be a good employee, which usually doesn't amount to nothing, but our station is very neglected by corporate, and so I've seen the store change hands between 3 different managers. I've actually, like an idiot, turned down the position for assistant manager many times, which would have made me manager by now due to how many people have stopped being manager. Because I felt like I just knew my place and I didn't want extra responsibility. I knew how to, like, get what I wanted from managers, quid pro quo kind of thing. I come when I'm called. I'm the one they always call first when it comes to call-offs, because even when I was walking to work, which took me over an hour to walk to work, yeah, I used to walk an hour one way to work and then an hour back one way to get back home from my job before I got my first car, and with all many car troubles I have, I still have to do that occasionally. But because of stuff like that, because even when I have to walk an hour, they call me, they know I'm going to show up as soon as I'm able to, and if they give me a list of things that need done, they know it gets done. They don't care anymore what I do with my spare time. On a nice summer day, I will be sitting out in a camping chair in front of the building, smoking a cigar, listening to music, watching a YouTube video, whatever, and I'll just chat with customers like I own the place, which is, funny enough, led to the misconception that this was the gas station I worked at was privately owned, and I did own the place. A lot of customers assumed I was the store owner and kind of treated me as such, and one of my bosses was very, very pissed. Story time. So I'm talking to a semi-regular customer. I see them once every couple of weeks. And they had last been served while I wasn't there by the manager at the time. I will not mention the name. And they were not happy with the person's demeanor because I'm not a people's person, but I'm really good at observing, and I knew what was needed from someone who needed to work with people. So I'm really good at being polite. I'm very good at being diplomatic when I feel like I need to be and that I'm in a professional situation. Far different from if I feel comfortable around you, you may regret it because you might not get your ear back. So they were telling me when I was done serving them, pumping their gas and whatnot, hey ma'am, hey sir, you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. And my manager was within earshot for whatever reason, because they were under the assumption that this particular regular was their friend, or at least friendly towards them, because my manager at the time, that manager, really enjoyed being in good rapport with customers. Like, she got kickback from it. She didn't actually get kickback from it, but she acted like she got kickback from just customers liking her. And so she was within earshot, and this customer looks at me and tells me just loud enough for my manager to hear, you know, I really appreciate what you do and how you run this place. You need to be more selective in who you hire. Because that lady over there, she's not a good employee. And I am doing my damnedest to hold my smile, to hold my giggles, to not laugh. And at the same time, I feel like, oh shit, I'm about to get in trouble. Somehow. Because my manager at the time was not happy. She immediately got pissed because she just heard that. And so she comes stomping over and is like, excuse me, I'm the manager here. He's my employee. This is a corporate store. This is not a franchise. And the lady apologizes and says, well, maybe you need to be a better manager. And then she says, has a nice day, and she drives off. And I got a little talking to about that because my manager wanted to then know how many people thought I owned the place, and I told her a lot. Because I'm the one people see and not her, because she doesn't like to come out. The little handful of hours of overlap that we have in our shifts. So at the time, I was regularly doing 10-hour shifts, and 2 of those hours the manager would be in so that she could get her paperwork done, and I would manage employees. And the bulk of our employees came between lunchtime, when school got out at 3, and when most jobs got out at about 5. And so between 12 and 5 was our busiest time, most of the time. And so most customers saw me, because I was the regular employee. I'm the one who always showed up. And so most customers knew me and not her. So she was very irate when she found out that, like, a lot of our regulars just assumed this was a privately owned store and I owned the place. And I will be lying if I said I did not take any pleasure in that. It was everything in my power to keep from just busting out laughing. And to be fair, the manager at the time was not a bad person. I was there when she was just an assistant manager and we got along swimmingly. It was one of those stories where assistant manager becomes manager, you give the wrong person a clipboard, and they kind of abuse it because they're not good at being a manager. She was a good employee when she was an employee. She was not a good manager. But maybe she was an okay person, a decent person. I had very few personal beefs with her. The few personal beefs I had were, maybe I was bucking too hard, but enforcing dumbass rules that came down from corporate that didn't apply to the store because we're in the middle of nowhere and we're such a small store. We're in the middle of nowhere. Like, example, corporate decided, well, smoke breaks, you can only have 3 of them and they can only be 5 minutes apiece. You have to keep track of that. I have sometimes 3 hours of downtime at my work in a 10-hour shift. Sometimes more on a really good day where I'm just sitting doing nothing. And I've cleaned everything I can clean. So that's not going to fly. I'm not going to sit there and pretend to work. I'm going to relax and I'm going to have a cigar. I'm going to talk to customers. I'm going to be out there. So, she didn't try to enforce that too often. But, she would get on my case for smoking a cigar and being out there for so long, but at the end of the day, I was the one who was with customers the quickest. It's why corporate seemed to really like me. Maybe I should have leveraged that more. Because I was outside all the time, instead of inside watching cameras, I was outside. I was the fastest to respond. So I was sitting in a chair, kind of out of the way, hidden, but I could see everything. So I would smoke cigars, I would watch YouTube videos, listen to music, stuff like that, read a book, occasionally jot down notes of future stuff I want to do. So I was out there very fast. I was out there, by the time the customer had put it in park and was getting out their wallet, I was already at their door. Providing it wasn't winter. That's when I kind of hibernate inside when it gets too cold. But I'm still fast. I try to have a little bit of pride in my work, despite I'm not wanting that. I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. I don't want to climb any ladder in the work that I've been at. I'm still at that station. I've quit 4 times, and the last 2 times I've gotten a call back asking if I'm willing to come back. And I got bored with whatever I was doing, so I said fair enough. I do enjoy the freedoms I have, and my new manager is fantastic. She's not a great manager, but she's a good person. She gets overwhelmed very quickly with the manager stuff, so she breaks down a lot, and I have to hear about it. And, I have to hear about her private life periodically because she can't keep it in, but I don't really care because she treats me good. I come when I'm called. I do what I need to do. If she writes a list, it gets done. And she knows that, and she can rely on me for that. But she's not, I will admit, because she'll never watch this, she's a good person. She treats all her staff well, but as far as doing the job of a manager, mentally, it's really hard for her. Because she gets overwhelmed really easy. Small infraction she makes, if something is delayed, paperwork is delayed in getting out, if something unexpected happens and she doesn't know how to solve it, she assumes she's going to get fired on the spot. That's not true. Like, previous manager lost thousands of dollars in a day at one point. Don't know how that happened. And she wasn't fired, so, like, this manager's got it, but she's not convinced she has it. So I do my job. I do my best for moral support. I do my best to show up when called while doing as... I pretty much try to min-max usefulness with as little responsibility as possible. Because if you're manager, I don't envy managers. If you're manager where I work, you're expected to show up at things like trade shows, go out of your way to, like, drive hours and hours and hours away and stay for, like, 3 days, buy your own hotel, but you'll be partially compensated. But it's kind of mandatory because you'll be, like, yelled at and guilted for not doing it. Anyway, it's bullshit. But anyway, I love where I work. Sorry. Major side tangent. I'm gonna go this way. Pick your ring. So I get a lot of downtime at work. And because I'm a good employee at work, I get to do things that normally wouldn't fly at other stores. That includes chilling out and smoking cigars and abusing my phone because I don't skip out on customers. They come first. The moment a customer comes, my phone goes down, I'm out at it. So when I've got an hour with nothing going by, they don't care if I'm on my phone. Well, recently I've been bringing my laptop. My old laptop. I had let's see if I can remember the model number. Up until about, a few weeks ago, I had it was an HP EliteBook W84 or 8540. That was it. A W8540. Dual core with hyperthreading, i7 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, hard disk drive. I unburied that. That was actually my first. That was more powerful than my computer for the longest time. And I tried to get into animation and modeling, 3D modeling with it, and I kept on hitting walls when I was younger, just out of high school. I would, when I would hit something that I didn't know how to get past, I'd kind of give up on the project and just start something new. And so I unburied that, and that came with a lot of, like, unfinished assets that I tried making. I did not run a red light. I was in the middle during the yellow. And so I started picking up animation again, also because of my fury and rage against Windows 11 and not wanting to go to it and how much Windows 10 has pissed me off. I switched to Linux also, so that laptop's running Linux with all my old assets and stuff like that. I'm having issues because graphics drivers, it's so old, even Linux Mint doesn't want to play well with it, so I picked back up 3D modeling and animation, and I had a bug for a little bit where on that laptop, because I had to use experimental drivers. I had to pick up experimental drivers. I could only work within wireframe. I could view things on Blender in material mode or solid mode, but I could only manipulate things within wireframe mode. Because if I tried to select anything outside of wireframe mode, the whole thing would crash, and I'd lose all my progress. So I scrounged up, I got a new laptop for $100. I've never had anything new. I always buy things that are 5 or 6 years old, because for a couple $100 I can get something 10 times better than what I have. It's an upgrade to me, and it does its job, so I don't care. I've never in my life had the latest and greatest anything, really. Other than that Super Nintendo, and we got an Xbox, or we got an Xbox when it first came out. That was cool. But, you know what? I'm gonna go into the city. So, anyway, new laptop. It's a HP EliteBook. I was gonna go with the Lenovo, but I found this literally for $100 plus $30 in shipping. And I needed the numpad on the keyboard, or else I would have went with an old Lenovo ThinkPad. This is a HP EliteBook 8570W. 4 times better than what I had previously. Really great. I can edit videos a lot fast, or I can edit or render animations pretty quickly, all things considered, but they're short animations. Speaking of animations, this is what I wanted to get into, sorry. I picked up animation and 3D modeling again. I finished a lot of the assets that I never finished when I was younger, and I don't understand what kind of brick wall I was running into, because it's kind of like when you're young and you play a video game and you reach that level or a part of a level where no matter how hard you try, you just can't beat it over again. You keep not being able to beat it, and so you put it down and you're like, I'm done with this game. And then like 3 years later, 5 years later, whatever, you just randomly pick it up to try it again and you beat it the first time, and you are dumbfounded. You cannot help but wonder, what the hell you were having such a hard time with. Like, you don't understand why you were having a hard time. Man, that is such a fast green light. Jeez. And, so that was pretty much me with animation. Screw you. Red light. And, I'm gonna pull over here real quick. I'm gonna relight my pipe again. I'm gonna take a couple puffs, because I got distracted and wasn't puffing it. I'm also half drunk. I wouldn't say I'm drunk. I'm feeling nice. I'm drinking, I finished off the rest of my homemade apple pie moonshine, and I'm currently drinking a Samuel Adams Winter White Ale, which I couldn't find. I can't remember what it's called, but it's their other winter lager. That might actually be what it's called. That's what I prefer, but I tried this. This isn't bad. It's I'm always hesitant when it comes to the Pink Sandwich. I can only imagine what kind of place that is. Anytime I see citrus in a beer, I'm kind of hesitant, because it's kind of hit or miss with me. I'm not an IPA guy. I found like 2 that I'm like, okay, this is good. The rest of them, I feel like I'm sorry, IPA guys, most of you, when you are trying to explain how much you love IPAs, you explain it in a way that sounds like you're having a gun held to your head the entire time. I'm sorry, that's how it sounds. But occasionally citrus is good. But most IPAs, I'm sorry, they're awful. They're just awful. And I don't mind bitters. I don't mind a little bit of sour, but man. Why do I hear music? Do I have music running in this car and not know about it? Might be from the Pink Sandwich. But, oh, side note, what I normally smoke, it is a combination of, I buy my own whole leaf from online. Just look up whole leaf, you can find it. It's so much cheaper than buying anything in stores, and you'll most likely, if you find the leaves you like, you will probably like your own blend better than most gas station blends you'll ever find for quote-unquote cigar tobacco. So the blend I normally smoke that I made is, it is a combination of burley, of Virginia Flue Cure. Canadian Flue Cure will work almost as well. Not quite Virginia Flue Cure, but it'll work in a pinch. It'll work almost as well. And then the key ingredient being Latakia. Latakia is a tobacco grown in the Middle East. I cannot remember where. And it is, when they pick it and they dry it in these barns, similar to Fire Cure, they smoke it, the leaf, over a bed of herbs. And so it has a kind of a mesquite barbecue smell and flavor coming from it. And that is normally what I smoke, is I'll cut those up and mix my blend, and it's fantastic, and it's not expensive. It's like, the burley and Virginia Flue Cure is like, what is it like? They're like $15 a pound, or no, not even. It's like $10. Yeah, it's like $10.99 a pound. And then the Latakia is a little more expensive. It's like $20 a pound.
That's right, baby
But
girl.
3
I'm
pounds of
white
tobacco,
eyes
if
and
you're
I
a pipe
feel
smoker,
so
It's going to last you a bit if you cut it yourself, and it's going to be far cheaper than just buying these small little, like, $10 packs of shitty tobacco blends.
Except the haters.
Mm.
Well, I heard PG Jackson.
But, where was I going? Oh, animations. I got a couple animations in the pipeline. I have them. I might redo... Is that a UFO? What? Okay, I'm checking that out. When that light turns green, I'm checking that out. What? Is that on a building? Is that attached to a building, or is that in midair? Oh, that's literally attached to the building. I am a little more disappointed. I guess I'm going this way now. But animations. I have
Said you'd be here by now, honey.
some animations.
So, how does the job
I found I was working on an animation or a model that I simply called Low Poly Ninja back in like 2016 when I was working on it. I finished the head and torso, and then I hit a wall. I can't remember, something about ghost geometry. If you're a old Blender user, you'll probably know what I mean. I'm still bad at ghost geometry, like preventing ghost geometry. I really am. Because I'm not good with high poly anything. I'm working on low poly stuff mostly, and sometimes you twist a model in a way where it should have geometry and lines, and you don't have lines there, and so it kind of makes it there, and you can see it, but you can't. It causes problems. It causes problems. So I have gotten back into animation, so there's a couple animations that I have coming in the pipeline. And I'm hoping that with my time at work and some of the free time I have at work, that I'll be able to do some more animations periodically and finally add animation to... Sheesh, man! To, the channel. Because that's kind of what I really want to be doing. I love Let's Plays. I really do. I love Let's Plays, and, I just... Many of you know what happened to Rooster Teeth, and you may have your opinions on it. But, I saw the slow decline of Rooster Teeth for a long time. And I finally gave up when I didn't recognize most of the people working there. When Achievement Hunter was comprised of people that I no longer recognized. Yo, dude. That's when I walked away because I couldn't bear it anymore. You know, no more Jeremy. Like, I loved it when Ray was there. I loved Michael, Gavin, and frickin' Jeff, Jack, the Mad King Ryan, bless his soul. I know he's got caught up in controversy, but I have my own opinions about that, which are far from what I normally see online. But, we're very anti-cancel culture here, at Nearly Epic. But, Jeremy was a wonderful addition when, Ray stepped down and went his own way and did his own thing and absolutely crushed it.
That's a hell of a ride you got.
Even Fiona was a great addition. Fiona was a pretty good addition. Even Mika, as controversial as she was, she had her good moments. But there came that time where in Achievement Hunter, like, you didn't recognize anybody.
Careful. Oh, wow.
Are you serious, dude? You didn't recognize anyone. And that is when I really went, we gotta do our own channel. And that's about the time we started our channel, is when I stopped, like, recognizing the people at Rooster Teeth. I'm just gonna go. Nobody's frickin' going. I'm just gonna go. Screw the light. And that's, I guess, what I wanted. is I miss old school Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth, and I would love to create my own one day. That's our ultimate goal, me and my brother, is we would love to have our own studio one day. Gameplay, animation, entertainment, even game design eventually. Because me and my brother both have a passion for that stuff. You know, we played video games when we were kids, but we had almost as much fun trying to figure out how the games were made and worked. Testing collision, you know, the invisible burials, the collision boxes and stuff like that. Finding exploits, just to see how they were made. Fascinates me almost as much as just playing the game in general. So that's where we want to go, and I'm finally adding animations. I mean, I've technically added animations because I've been trying my hardest to practice animation when I was doing intros for the channel. You've obviously noticed if you watch it all. And, I'm holding people up. And, yeah. I'm rambling a lot. This is mostly just a cozy, half-drunken rant. What else is on my list here? And do I have time to look at it in the right light? Close friend, growing up with Achievement Hunter, pretty parents, animation upcoming. Man, I've hit everything except for pretty much one thing, really. Only bullet point I haven't really hit is a strange thing I noticed after running the channel for 3.5 years. So this channel is about 3.5 years old. And one thing I do every year, every anniversary for us, which our channel, the first video was on April 1st, because April Fool's Day, nearly epic, almost adequate, where, you know, I figured it all fit. And, so every April 1st, I try to launch a recap, like a what happened in the last year kind of video. Hey, how's it going?
We're getting drunk tonight, right?
I'm already there, ma'am.
I don't know what'll happen. I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Where? Oh, that's the person ahead of me. But one thing I have noticed is every anniversary, when I'm making a recap video, you know, my anniversary videos, I'll go through all the videos I did with my brothers, and it almost hurts. Thank you. It almost hurts because something that I never thought would happen, I am almost immediately nostalgic for just what happened over the previous year. Going through all of the videos we've made over the year, each of them a memory, each of them a time I get to spend and hang out with my family when I'm normally at work. By the time I come home, everyone's asleep. Free time being taken up by other things. I was in the wrong lane! And so I'll go through, and the collage that I make is like a bunch of fond memories that I try to stick in a short time. And I can't possibly put all the fond memories in one thing, but I try to get the better ones. And it's just strange. I'm used to, even when I was a kid, I got nostalgic. a show I would once watch went off air, and a few years later I would reminisce about the times I would stay up late to watch it or get up really early in the morning to watch it. And so I learned what nostalgia was at a very, very young age. Like, we're talking middle school age. And it only got worse in high school. And I don't think you should be nostalgic in high school. That shouldn't be a thing. You should still be excited to just do whatever was new. But I already was nostalgic and missing the good old days, even in high school. And it's only gotten worse as I've grown older. And so, making these recap videos...
It's me. Don't hang up.
Making these... I should be going this way. I'm in the wrong lane. Making these recap videos hurts on one hand. As much fun as they are, and I smile, I also, like, metaphorically shed a tear. Because it's another year that's gone past. And all of those memories are just that now. And I have so much fun with them. It reminds me of how much fun I have when I'm recording with my brothers and a couple of my occasionally my friends. And I would love nothing more than to be able to do stuff like this for a living. Which is what a lot of people want, and I get it. That's, you know, maybe I'm being greedy. But I can't go into details, but I feel heavy most of the time. The weight, you know. And the,
Yeah, I'm down for some clubbing. What are you thinking?
yeah. Nostalgic for videos you have made just a year ago. I regularly watch through my recap videos. Oh shit, there's no stoplight here. I can just go. I think this is for turning, yeah. It's just a strange thing, you know? It's a strange thing. And I guess at the end of the day, maybe something I should have said earlier. You know, so many people probably feel what I feel. You know, they've gone through similar things, you know. They're wanting the same thing.
Stop by the hotel later. I'm gonna think of you when I meditate later.
Yeah, meditate, right? And if you want to do something, go and give it your best, you know? I actually have ideas for a couple other channels. I'm trying to just find the time and energy to do it, you know? You have to constantly chase your dreams, but you also have to understand exactly what you really want, what you'd be happy with, and also within the bounds of reality. Is this person? Hold on. Oh. Oh, I was waiting behind a car that was parked with no one in. Oops. Sorry, not gonna exchange info there. Oh, there's an ammunition here. I might go in and see if I have money to...
Hot damn!
Alright, let's see here. Just go chase your dreams, man. And I'm not saying you can be whatever you want to be. That's dumb. I was taught that growing up. Not by my parents, mind you, but society at large. We're like, you know, you can be anything. And that's really a lie. It really is. Everybody has their own talents. Everybody has their own interests and abilities.
That's good for killing gophers.
Oh, a vintage pistol. Oh, that's interesting.
Now that one's nice, huh? Right?
How many flares do I got? Oh, I'm full on flares? How many other things am I full on? I don't recall having... What about my musket? It's full? Huh. Is everything I own full?
Oh, that gun is unisex. Yes,
Is
it is.
that's not... I do not recall being full on all my ammo. It must be a Christmas miracle. They must have just filled me up. Oh, that is...
Bless America.
God bless America, sir. Man, I wish stores like this really existed, man. God, this is so nice. I wish we had this much snow even where I'm at right now, because we had a good amount of snow earlier in December, and it all melted because frickin' Western PA, we get rain and rarely snow on Christmas. That's not what I want to do. You know, it's just...
Hey, what's up? Everyone says all true artists are dead, but that's bullshit.
Figure out what you're good at. Figure out what you want to be good at. Figure out what you'd be happy doing. Find out what's realistic and figure out where they intersect. And what's realistic, bend that a little bit. Don't break it completely. But feel free to bend it a little bit, you know, because at the end of the day, you look at people who are billionaires or people who are doing what they love doing, they get where they wanted to be. Many of them took risks. Many of them got there by accident. And some of them, they just, through sheer stubborn persistence, got what they wanted. When all odds were against them and they had no talent otherwise. Inherent talent, because you can get talent through two different means. You can be born with it, you can get it through effort. There's kind of a cap on both. I'm a little bit of a realist. There's some things I wanted to do when I was younger, and I realized that, no, that's not at all realistic of what, what I'm gonna be. I'm sorry, what? Oh, that's a bottle. Okay. That was the figurine for a second there. So, like, figure it out. Figure out what makes you content. What would make you content in life. Not happy, not fantastic, but content. Aim for there first. Thank you. When you've achieved that, or you're getting close to that, then figure out what would make you truly happy. Aim for that. Because then you can fall back to what makes you content if you can't, you know? There's a saying I have, maybe I heard it somewhere, I don't know. Not everybody can do what they want. Not everybody can have the job that will make them truly happy. But if you can get a job that you don't hate, where you're like, this is good, this is okay, I'm okay with this, that's better than most people, man. I'm kind of there, but not quite. I'm content with where I'm at, but I don't want to stay there for the rest of my life. It's why I'm taking the downtime I have that I could be doing other things. I'm doing it learning how to do animation again. I'm doing it doing videos. I use the videos as an excuse to hang out with family. Because otherwise I don't get a lot of time with my brothers, and I'm a sap and a bleeding heart, and I love hanging out with my brothers, so, like, gaming and making videos is my excuse. You know, it's... Go do something. Go do something you love. You know? Oh, I am out of the lanes. And don't shirk family. I've got a buddy of mine. I used to... Dude, what are you doing? I used to babysit his daughters. He's dying. I'm gonna be visiting him in a couple of days. I hadn't visited them in like 7 years, up until last year. I regret that. I regret that tremendously. Not visiting them sooner. Because I could have, and I just, you know, life got in the way. I have another friend of mine. He was in the military. He's retired now. He was a Navy corpsman. His name was David. I know a lot of Davids. Pretty much all the best guys in my life are named David. Almost all of them. It's a good name. My friend David, he was a Navy corpsman. He got blown up, got other injuries, watched his point man explode, couldn't save him. Went through a lot. He's a good guy. Haven't seen him in 8 or 9 years. Barely able to talk to him because he's kind of a recluse. He lives states away. One of these days I'm going to go visit him. Because you never know how much time you have left. And I'm only recently really truly grasping that and understanding that. Every time I think I have more time, bite you in the ass. You know?
Hey, man.
Everyone around me is getting older. Most of my friends are much older than I am. And that's hard to watch. It's the problem of most of your friends from your childhood being adults already. You get a lot of wisdom from them because they've already lived life while you're a kid, and they can give you hints on how to, you know, do shit and get through life, but they're older than you, and you know, they won't last forever. Visit them while you can. I think I'm finally getting drunk enough to I'm just rambling at this point, but I think I'm gonna keep all this in here for the most part. Because this is my holiday rant. And I get to rant about whatever I want. And I kind of just wanted to do this. I wanted to drive around in GTA, and I wanted to talk, and I wanted to be able to lay my heart out because it's freaking cheaper than therapy. And I could say a lot more. I could talk about a lot more. But that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. What button is it? Oh, hey, lights. Ah! Ah! Hold on. I got this.
Chocolate over here.
Bravado, we're holding on to.
Yeah, my song's not on, so I'll just rip it and play it. Oh man, look at that sun. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. I'm finally feeling the alcohol enough. I think I'm gonna. Ah! I think I'm gonna pause it here for the most part pretty soon. You know, this is good enough. I want to say to everybody who has watched these videos, any of our videos on our channel, anybody who's gotten to this point, in the video, you know, I thank you. I thank you so much. And I hope you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, I pray it gets better. I really do. I am a praying man. I try my best. I'm not perfect. Far from it. Boy, am I far from it, but I try. I try where I can. And I hope all you learn to do as well. Till then, Merry Christmas. You have a happy holidays. A Happy New Year, because that's when this is gonna come out. You know? This red light's too long. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it.